My little Scoopy just woke up from a nap. Yes, he did. And we're gonna have lunch. Brian just came back from a site walk and brought me some lunch. Boiling Point.
Oops, sir. Hey.
Yes. Are they open for dining now?
No.
How come they said they were? They're advertising it.
No, I was just there. Maybe at night, but daytime, no.
Anyways, I ordered this cheese steak and Scooper is loving it. He's like, I don't think I want mommy's boobies anymore, huh? So today, this happened. I'm finally putting my whole house back together. You guys know I have a tendency to break everything down and then restart. It's still messy in here. I mean, there's a lot of little things like to do. So I'm day by day. We just replaced the toilet because I like toilets kind of like straight like this because it's easy to clean. The other one was very groovy, so I didn't like that. And so this is a better option. Even though the other one was a little bit more pricier, I chose the more simpler. I mean, like, this is still crazy, so excuse that mess. We still got some stuff going on right here, but we'll figure it out. This gotta clear out, clear. And then this is almost completed. This is stuff from my LA apartment that I just put in here. And all I have to do is just put some decor up. So I want this up here on top. It'll look super cute up there. And then I gotta put all the plugs in. So like, for example, those need to go in. Right here, this TV kind of looks angled, but like if you're sitting from here, it's like you're watching the TV, it's like perfect. Yeah, like if you're laying down, it's like, okay, and then are you sitting up? Yeah, maybe a little tilted, but we'll figure that out. Here, toilet came in, and I'm gonna put this vanity here, and then this mirror all the way up to the wall, to the ceiling. So that'll be something to figure out. So this is the studio you guys saw yesterday, same. Let me turn this light off and check this out. Let's turn this off because no need anymore. I think they're super cute. It's very like mood light and I'm okay with that kind of feel. Yeah. So yeah, it's looking good. I feel like I should sleep here. We have some paint and stuff in here we'll have to clean out and touch up. And doors, of course, we have to knock out. But just wanna wrap everything up. So many things, like so many. So Brian bought me some Boiling Point right here. Super sweet. He knows I love this place and he hates this place, but he was out and about and he thought of me. So I'm eating it right now. It's hot, so I'm gonna have to turn off this camera in a moment. Okay, so hands-free. I got my what do you call it? Soup. Heated up. Brian got me a beef because he likes beef. I usually get the their spicy Taiwanese one, but sometimes they make it right and sometimes they make it wrong, so it might come off like, you know, Brian calls an ass, what do you call it, Brian? Ass blower? Something like that? Kicks your ass? Ass blast. So sometimes they make it too spicy and you end up with blasting your ass, so that's what he calls it. But beef is perfect because then we can both share, and I don't think they've ever really made it spicy, and he always orders it medium anyways, so, because Taiwanese comes in like naturally like only one spice, so yeah. So good. So I heard that they were open for like COVID, because I've been getting email from Boiling Point saying that they're open for dining, but Brian said no because he picked this up today. And no indoor or outdoor dining, which is fine. As long as whatever they're comfortable with their company and such. So yeah. Today, lots and lots of cleaning. I prepped that room. I wanted to get it ready for my sister when she was here the past weekend, but we were just so busy with other things and we couldn't get to it. There's just so much mess in my house. If you guys watch me, then you know my garage is messed up. Like everything, like the pantry is not completed. AT was just really irritated with how my house is, and so she just, let's just start cleaning. So we cleaned and kicked ass, but we didn't get to the this room and such. So it's just every day we're taking it step by step. Also, I prepped this room for my new renter. If you guys follow me, then you know I'm kind of helping Tiger out because we had a moment and he was just telling me his life story, and it was one of those things where I felt like if I can help him, then I should. And so just to get him on his feet and such. So initially we were gonna have him here, but then I figured since my brother and my dad needed kind of like someone to help with rent over the other house, then it's better that he goes over there. But then I think maybe because it's my responsibility to take him in, I feel like maybe I should just have him here so that there's no conflict of interest, you know, that happens or whatever. Yeah. So I don't want to burden them with the responsibility of bringing that person in if that person can't pay rent, you know, whatnot. So I feel like I gotta manage this person because I said I would take care of it, so I should. So he'll be coming in next month, and I don't want to give it to him to stay here for free because I feel like there's, you know, responsibilities that he should take on. I mean, I kind of learned my lesson with my other roomies here, so it's kind of like if you give a mouse a cookie, they keep coming back for more. So in a sense, it's kind of like just to get him to be responsible. That's how I would explain it. So he'll be rent here, and we'll help him with his business. Apparently he used to have a few car wash business, and he got in some trouble and lost it and went to jail, etc., etc. So it didn't seem like a good ending for him, and he said that every time he would try, he'd always get like up against a wall, trying to beat it and trying to make his life better for his family. So we figured we help him with the car wash business and get it back up and rolling. So I hope he will be looking into bettering his future. I don't want to be disappointed. I'd like to see an improvement in his life and whoever we help. So that's that for that room. And I might have to prepare a few more rooms because Brian might come up on a contract that's quite important, and he might bring his brother from Indonesia over. So I feel like I'm going to have to get this place in check for people to stay here. And you guys know, like, when someone comes in, I want to make that place super hot and comfortable, because when I travel to shows and I go to hotels and people put me in their house or wherever hotels, and I feel like kind of uneasy and, you know, not quite safe or, you know, feel good, then I don't want to have that kind of feeling go to the person who's staying at my house, because I understand how it is to live in that kind of surrounding and such. So I want to make this place comfortable so that people could better and focus on their main goal, which is to improve their future. So we might have some of Brian's workers as well coming in from Indonesia, kind of like what we did to his first employee here. So yeah, I mean, we have a lot of rooms, and initially we bought this house to kind of help my parents out, and also my sister stayed here for a moment. So every single room they chose their own color and painted, and then we had rabbits like running around here biting all the baseboards. So it's kind of like starting over and touching base with every single wall and make sure that it's back to neutral, which is white. I don't want to get into the whole color scheme of like gray or whatever, because I think that normally for a house where it's like standard, then it's all white, unless it's something that I want to get super creative for myself, then that's different. You see my room is still gray because I like that color, but every single room except for Brian's room is brown. No, not brown, it's blue because that's his company color. And then there's my room, my studio, which is black, and I feel like that sets the mood for my career. So everyone else is a clean slate, and hopefully they will set their tone for their future. But they can't paint my walls. They can paint their future. Okay, so that's that, and hopefully 2021 is going to be much more fruitful, and that we get to eat the fruits of our labor. Because we always give away our fruits, and it's about damn time I get my mangoes. Brian, did you want to eat the way you eat noodles?
Why not?
Went to the diet.
I was gonna eat whatever.
You said you're gonna eat the beef with me.
I'll share with you then.
Yeah, a lot of food here. Why do you cook that?
Well, I'll eat both.
Anywho, one thing that I mentioned with Tiger is that if he is wanting us to help him, then we would ask him to respect our privacy and not bring anyone that's of negative nature here, and also not to be exposed to drugs. So he used to do like crystal, and he used to deal drugs, and I said that okay, I can help you and try to better your life if you can, compromise and promise that you would not do the things that you have been doing that got you in trouble in the first place. So we're hoping to start up his car wash business again, and apparently it's kind of like a mobile car wash. So apparently that's something, like that's a thing where he used to go around and wash cars for like big companies, and he would do like 30 cars a day, but like massive trucks. And so like even like those big trash can trucks, what are they called, Brian? The trash dump trucks, like they have to wash their cars every single week or else they would get fined. So that's what he used to do, and he was making good money. He had a house, he's got like a whole family, like the whole shebang. And then bam, one day made a bad decision and lost it all. So this is where we meet, our paths have been met, and then we hope to better his life. This is kind of like my employee in a way, and then Brian has his employee. I mean, obviously Brian's employee is on a higher scale because he pays them like way more for their value of like education and such. But we, with Tiger, it's really hard because he's not legal, as well as he's not educated in a sense with diplomas and such. So it's really hard for us to kind of contract him out in America with like those big city contracts, for example, LAX or government jobs. You can't put anyone on the contract and, bill them out if they're not educated with the background of college and school. So I think the best way for us to help him is his car wash. That's something he knows. So yeah. Hopefully all goes well, and we made the right decision. I'm actually looking forward to seeing progress and you know, seeing how inspired and people are willing to work to make it happen in for their lives and their kids and their families and such. So it'll be a crazy journey, but hopefully no issues. We don't run into drama and such. But if we do, at least we know we did our best. Okay, Brian. You want some of this or no?
Yeah. I don't want a lot, but I can't go through.
He's making Indomie.
Why don't you add that other noodle? You don't like that one? Make sure you got your rice then, huh?
Well, I'm trying to keep my carbs down, like you.
Babe, you're eating all that oil. I don't know what difference it makes.
Anyways, Brian has been super stressed out with work because he has been like busy with it. But he's been nice enough to help me out with some housework, which he thinks is just not important. But to me, I feel like this is something that I need to do because we need to be clean, and it helps us.
You did put noodles in here.
Work better. Yeah, so why do you need another one? No, this came with it.
Oh.
Because remember, Boiling Point asked you for either noodles or
But they always
rice?
give you noodles.
Yeah, but this one specifically has noodles in it. The other one had like raw, like instant noodles and such. This one is the vermicelli, I suppose, for the beef.
Oh. It's okay. I don't really care for this place, but
I know you don't. You don't like it.
I was giving the poopers.
Yes, I know. I love it that you say it when I'm eating. I enjoy my food more.
So is he moving in for sure or what? Or
Yeah, I told
or is
Vin
there
that
back
I
and
didn't
forth?
want any I don't want Vin to be on edge, like, oh, is he gonna pay rent, or you know what I mean? This guy's like, you really don't know what's gonna happen. Like some days, like on Sundays, like, oh, is he showing up for work or whatever? He kind of disappears. He disappears like every now and then we're kind of like, okay, where the hell is he at? And then he shows up, and then he's like, he gets robbed, and it's like, oh my god, like his life is like Telemundo. So every single time, I was like, shocker, every single time. Like the other day, he was like, well, I didn't show up because my truck was stopped in the middle of the freeway, and I was like, who helped you? He's like, I had to stop someone and call them and ask my ex-wife to help me. And I was like, in the middle of the freeway? And he was like, yeah. And then the other day, no, it was yesterday, no, 2 days ago, he's like, Minnie, can I leave work now? Because my wife just got in an accident. I was like, oh my god, like stories after stories. So I don't know if it's true or not. And then another story. The other day we were at a boba shop, and then he was like, oh, that girl's my cousin. And I go, really? How come she didn't recognize you? She's like, I don't know, maybe she, long time no see, but yeah, she's my cousin. I was like, okay, all right, moving on. And then literally like 3 days later, he's like, you know that girl from the boba shop? And I was like, yeah. Well, her brother died, and I went to go visit her, and I was like, what the like, sometimes you're like, are you sure? I'm not sure.
Unbelievable.
But, and then he said that before he had his wife got in a car accident, it rolled over, and the baby was an infant, newborn. The baby was fine. Everyone was fine except for his ex-wife. Yeah. And I was like, what? Just like, sometimes I'm just kind of like, really?
This fish, the stuff
That's
you don't
like the fish cake, yeah.
You don't like it, huh?
I don't really care for it, yeah.
Is this the one that stamped and you don't like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyways,
They used to stamp it.
so I
So
feel
he's
like,
moving in?
yeah, I feel like at first I was like, oh, you know, moving over to Vin because they need people to pay rent for the house over there at my parents' place.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
What's gonna happen there?
And then I don't know what's gonna happen, but he was just like, well, Tiger hasn't paid rent, and I feel like I have
Has he paid this month?
I asked him, he said he has, so.
Okay. Well, with us,
But I don't want the reaction to be like,
Yeah.
oh, he's like,
it's
you
not
know,
our responsibility.
yeah, it's not ours. But then somehow they've all come to me like, hey, Min, how come he hasn't? Where's he at? I'm like, okay. So I told Vin, I don't want him to be under that pressure and that burden or that responsibility of always feeling on
But
edge
then
with this guy.
They'd be down one room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it's up to them. I mean, I guess we can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when he's here, for sure he'll be paying.
Oh, yeah.
Because he'll be working it off. So, I don't see an issue.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully we're doing the right thing.
We withhold payment.
Mm-hmm. We withhold. They bought him the truck, and then he has to pay us back for that. So every other day, I find something for him to do because we don't have the mountain job anymore. So I'll have him work here, and then I'll pay him every other day so that he can pay me back for his truck. And also, we just brought him onto a phone, cell phone, because he didn't have a phone. We couldn't contact him. He was like, can you help me get a phone? We're like, okay. So now we have to take that into account for him paying us back for the phone. So I'm trying to find things here and there for him to work. But sooner or later, we're not have any work here as well. And the other day, I went to a restaurant. I was like, hey, you guys have work here? And they were like, yeah, we have work. And I was like, well, this person I have wants to work, but he has no papers. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, okay, no papers? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, give me a give me an application. So in case I run out of work here, I, drop him off at the other place. Yeah. I even offered the same thing to Chu, which is the Vietnamese guy that was working at our mountain house. I was like, hey, if you want me to get you a job, I can go to a Vietnamese restaurant and I can drive you there and I can pick you up. What do you need me to do? Because, I feel like now that the mountain house is gone and done, they're out of work. So I'm trying my best to give them work here and there. And sometimes I make mistakes and I have to pay for it, but it's kind of like, okay, eventually we're not going to have any work here because, getting this house together is pretty close to the end of it. Unless we start our Merrimack project, which is not going to be for another month or so. So
We're talking about 5 months.
Like 5 months or so. So they also lost Chu because Chu was like, no, you don't need my help. I mean, you don't need to help me. Someone asked me to come back for the pho restaurant in Orange County because before pho was closed because of COVID, and now they're opening back again, so they need him. So he's gonna go back to Orange County and work at the pho restaurant. So over at my parents' house, they're missing Chu and they're missing Tiger. So I mean, that's something that they have to figure it out. I tried my best to compensate for those months, those monthly rent that they need to cover, but at a certain point, I feel like maybe it's too much of a burden to everyone. I mean, it's supposed to help, but then dealing with people, and collecting and stuff, it's like, So yeah, I guess I'll just deal with it because I said I would, for at least Tiger, All right, so that's the updates. Hoping to start Merrimack soon because we want to get it in the summer because the summer is a good time and the mountains is good weather, or at least hot, and it's not snowing because snowing really slowed us down and prevented us from working at a faster pace and more comfortable pace as well. So let's get the design going, Brian. I'm going to finish up my food and catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for touching base. And hopefully now that I have some downtime, I'll do more videos for you guys and such. So yeah. Good night. Doodles.